All right. So it's February 13th, 2016, day before Valentine's Day,
Tonight.
which is awesome. So we're gonna go over like some current events that's been going on. Aliens, Tila Tequila, B.O.B., um, the Oregon standoff, Chipotle. We're gonna go over a couple things real quick. This will be like probably like an hour and a half. It's gonna be not a long one. All right. So, anyways, I want to welcome Prodigal, Steven, Benny. What's up, peeps?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, you guys are gonna be silly tonight. Okay. All right. So let's just kick it off with Obama talking about aliens on the Ellen DeGeneres show, and that was the 12th. So when they start talking about aliens, I have to assume that there's a reason. You don't just have presidents bringing up aliens and stuff like that. It just doesn't work like that. I mean, Clinton brought it up that one time. Ronald Reagan brought it up one time. And so, yeah. Do you guys agree? I mean, does the president just bring up aliens out of nowhere unless they have something planned or trying to think about doing something or putting something into the minds of the population? What do you think?
I think they always tend to try. Well, you see how the zombie thing is going right now. It's always like something that they try to enable into pop culture, where they try to get the people on edge. You know, I don't know if you remember about a few months ago, but you had people running around eating people's face because of this K2. Then they bring up all
Oh,
these
I
zombie
thought that
shows.
was bath salt. Wasn't that bath salts though?
Well, that's an ingredient into K2.
Oh, Benny said no, they didn't find bath salts in the autopsy. Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, the
K2.
autopsy of the dude he ate, or the one that was eating him though, because he's still alive, so there wouldn't be an autopsy on the guy that actually ate the dude in Florida, was eating his face, and he was naked. No, it's document. Okay.
I mean, yeah, and whenever that stuff was going down, you started having movies like The Crazies and stuff like that. So they try to do this stuff in like the movie industry and stuff like that to get people like really into it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
To that way you don't question anything. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, they're mentioning it on a small level right now. And as you already know about Project Bluebeam and stuff like that, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't have something set up down the sleeve, up their sleeves. They already need a world crisis to get a new world order. That's David Rockefeller that said that. So,
Mhm. Right. And Benny wanted to point out that the guy wasn't on bath salts; that he was only on marijuana. I don't know of any marijuana that's gonna make you eat somebody's face. So maybe that could have been like, I don't know, mind control. What? What do you think it is then, Benny? If it's not, if he was only smoking weed, then there has to be something else that happened. I mean, we have lunatics, but how many of them eat people's faces? Um, I don't know. I mean, that's pretty crazy. Uh, yeah, yeah, MK Ultra. Yeah, thank you, Benny. Steven, what do you think?
Well, to get back to that Ellen situation where you said Obama was on there talking about aliens.
Well, I'm gonna show it. Do you want to wait, or do you want to say something now before?
Well, I wanted to say that I mean, I don't think we're alone in the universe, but I don't really know the full story about what Obama had said on Ellen. Um,
Well, that's why I have a video clip, and so we're gonna watch that real quick.
all right, cool.
Listen. Yes, here we go.
exciting life, didn't he?
Sue, you have questions for the president? This is a big moment. You can, whatever you want to ask. What's your first question?
So, is there really a book of secrets?
That's a secret.
Like, what kind of secrets would you want to know? What would be in the book of secrets?
If aliens are real.
Ah.
Well, what do you think?
Well, after watching this TV show, I think aliens are probably real.
Golly. Okay. Well.
Which TV show was that?
I think it's called, like, America's Book of Secrets.
There you go.
Well, seems like somebody spilled the secrets already.
I thought that was classified.
That's a book of secrets, and yet there's a TV show.
Yeah, well, the truth is, Macy, we haven't actually made direct contact with aliens yet. But when we do, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What else?
So, do your dogs even have to have Secret Service?
All right. So right there, we're hearing them say, we haven't yet made direct contact with aliens yet.
It sounded like to me like it was just kind of like one of those, like little kids was asking a question and Obama just kind of went along with it. It just sounds like a lot of sarcasm. I don't really see any conspiracies out of that video, but I do believe that we're not alone in the universe, and I do believe in the Roswell, Mexico situation where a spaceship crashed there or whatever. When they came out with the original Independence Day, kind of touched in on that a little bit, and I do believe that we're not alone. But I didn't get anything really out of this video. I don't know if you guys did. But.
Well, Benny was just saying that he was downplaying the kid. And I picked up on that too. I think they don't just have this random kid sit on the couch next to a president on the Ellen DeGeneres show and ask questions like this. All this is purposely done, very, very, very scripted. It's probably so disgustingly scripted, it'll blow your mind. The kid was obviously looking at somebody in the distance and getting her cues. So it wasn't like she was just being genuine, just flowing off her head or just speaking. She's looking, and she knows what questions to ask. It's all like pre-planned. I think to pre-plan it with the kid is wrong. You just let a kid be a kid and say whatever. Kids say the darndest things. Remember that TV show? Shit's hilarious. I think, I don't think it needs to be scripted with children. And then he also brought up that, would it be nice if Congress was just like you? He said to the kid. And when I said any more questions, they say no. He says that too. I can show you that. So it goes a little bit deeper, I think. So thank you, Benny, and thank you, Stephen. What about you, Prodigal?
Well, we know that the media. If you go back, you look at the NDAA. You go back and look at Operation Mockingbird and stuff like that. We do know that they do the media as a catalyst to promote basically fear, to promote this stuff. That's what they do. A lot of the stories we cover here on YouTube, you can go and find out. You can go look up for yourselves. Where you can find out that a lot of these people are crisis actors. They use them routinely and whatnot in certain crisis events, and this is, like I said, this is what you get whenever you get the NDAA, National Defense Authorization Act, actually allows them a little bit of leeway with the media to put on these fake events. So they use Ellen and these shows like The View and certain stuff to maybe prepare somebody for something bigger that's coming down the road. Now, I'm not saying that this is exactly what this is. It could be any kind of invasion. It could be a Russian invasion for all we know.
Well, they do call people from that's not from your area, right? Wherever you're at, alien, right? Illegal alien. Yeah. So an alien can be anything domestic. But see, now I don't believe if there's aliens, they're already here. They're not coming from outer space because there's no outer space. We're living in a dome. So if there's aliens, they're here. They've been here. They've been here. They're not coming. They're already here. So that's my belief. So like I'm not concerned about it because that's ridiculous. There is no outside threat. The only threat is us in here. Yeah. Yeah. Benny says, I think they've been here. No, they're here. They haven't been here. They've been here. Yeah. But just real quick, I'm going to show that video with Obama where he says, I wish Congress was like you. And when I said, do they have any more questions? I wish they said no. I think we should hear that. You guys should hear that too. Because there's like another, like, innuendo in there. Here we go.
I like Ellen Bowles, so.
All right, he'll find
Sometimes
those.
I use the Ellen Bowles for
You just can't even get yourself
oatmeal
out
or
of that.
something.
Hold on.
All right, if you have more questions, we're going to have to ask him after the show because the show is over. But is there any one last question you want to ask him?
No.
Okay.
You know, I wish you were a reporter.
Yeah, that would.
Because that would be great.
That'd
If
be
I had a
great.
press conference and that's any more questions, they
Yeah.
said no.
That would be great.
You know, I think I brought something for you, though. Because you are such a presidential expert. Come here. So this is the presidential seal. See? And so wherever the president goes, he always has the seal, and I signed it on the back. So in case you become president, you already have one. You don't even have to get a new one. You'll be all set.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, that was cute. I admit, that was cute. But at the ending, I don't know. He's good at what he does. He's good. Guys.
Like I said, I didn't really take anything from this video.
Okay. Cool.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's something there I don't see. Maybe I'm blind. But I just saw him answering questions to a little kid who probably wasn't aware of her surroundings, like the situation. She asked just one question. She probably asked some random kid to go up there and ask her. I mean, is there anything hidden behind this subliminally? Maybe. But to me, I just feel like about the alien question, it's really kind of hard to say, like, if we've ever came into contact with them or anything. It would be nice to know if we were, like, how much of a significance did we? But I don't think our government would ever tell us anything like that because I don't think they want to scare the American public, you know, because that suspension would build, demand would build, stuff like that. We would want to know answers. But I think our government probably knows a little bit more than what they're telling us about this.
Well, yeah. Like Benny just said, she was trained to say what she said. But I like to get other people's opinions, so I really appreciate everything you have to say. I'm not just there's people that are going to think the same thing as you, and I think it's fair to show different point of views, right? Maybe there's nothing. I don't know. Maybe I'm overreaching on that, or maybe some people might be overreaching on that. You know, who's to say? But yeah. So moving on. So Tila Tequila has been talking about Flat Earth a lot. Do you guys know who Tila Tequila is?
Yeah, I do.
Tila Tequila lives right down the road from me. She went to Hastings High School, which is about 25 miles from where I live.
Nice. All right. Well, you know, she was, okay, there was this guy named Donald Marshall. He came out about the clone centers and about being the face on the Megadeth album as a clone that was getting killed in a clone center. And he was saying, Tila Tequila backed me up. And she actually ended up coming out and talking about the clone centers, but then deleted it. She also admits that she's a robot. She's been cloned. And I think by her coming out talking about the flat Earth, that she's trying to discredit the flat Earth movement. That's what I think, because she's coming out with wrong numbers. NASA's wrong numbers. She's saying if the sun is 150 million miles away, no, well, that's not accurate. No one ever said it was 150 light miles away. So, like, for her to come out with inaccurate information and then speak on flat Earth is to try to discredit. Would you agree? Come on, you guys.
Yeah. Well, I think that Tila Tequila is a little notches off from a. She's a few short of a kilo. So after that seizure she had, she's kind of went on YouTube and went on these rants. To respond to the robot thing, can she actually prove that she's a robot, other than just her saying it?
Well, she had an aneurysm and jumped out her bedroom window. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. And she's saying that she was killed and now she's a clone. She admits that.
I think what Tila Tequila does is she takes, like, stuff that like, you know, you may cover a topic, I may cover a topic and whatnot. She may take our legitimate arguments and put legitimate arguments with it and say, oh, well, I believe that our mass media is lying to us. Look at right here. And then it's absolutely nothing to make herself and to make everybody else look like we're all crazy. You know what I'm saying? Right. Kind of like a double agent a little bit, to where you may have good legitimate proof and evidence and theories, and you did your research, but she doesn't preach about that. She'll preach about other stuff that she knows can be easily disproven. Well,
and not just that. Right, and Benny brought up a good point. Thank you, Benny. That her girlfriend or fiance, I'm not sure which one it was, she was a heir to Johnson's & Johnson's, and they were supposed to get married and so forth, and they were living with each other. They were together for a while, and the girlfriend, she died. I think she was murdered. And Tila Tequila is trying to say she got her information while being with her girlfriend that was inside an Illuminati family, Johnson's & Johnson's. You can look in your house. Everybody has a product from Johnson & Johnson. You know, they're a very big family. And if you don't, then I'm surprised. But yeah, good point, Benny. Yep. So she could have got some information from her. Because that's about the time she was coming out talking about all this stuff. Right after she had died.
Yeah, she did, what was it, 2012 or something like that she was in the hospital and all that stuff went down with her?
Well, Stephen Rose would know that. Stephen, do you know when she was in the hospital for the aneurysm?
Yeah, around that time she had like a brain aneurysm and it kind of like messed up half of her brain or something like that. So ever since then she started coming out with all these conspiracy videos and now the FBI was watching her and they try to run her off the road and all this crap. I was watching her YouTube channel on that. And I got tuned off after a while because a lot of it was just hearsay. She couldn't provide any proof to validate any of these things that she was saying. A lot of it was just word of mouth. And I was just like, man, you know, I finally unsubbed to her channel because I just thought it was just pointless. You know, if you don't have any proof and you're just talking out of your ass, to me it just seems like it just doesn't make any sense, you know?
I agree. And that's what turned me away from her as well. I agree. I was following her for a minute, and then it got to a point where it was like, okay, now what? You know, what's the point from here? Where's your proof? You know, if I was a celebrity, I'd at least want to have more proof to back it up.
She claimed that they tried to run her over like the night before. I was watching a video on that.
I saw that one.
And that video went viral because it hit like almost 1 million views in like 24 hours. So I checked it out.
Yeah.
And then I remember I was watching it, and she's like, "Yeah, they almost ran me off the road. They like swiped me, and I ran back to the house." But I'm like, "Wait a minute, what proof do you have, like that this actually happened?"
Right.
And sometimes I kind of think that after that aneurysm she had, I just kind of really feel bad for her. I just think I think after that, and she had that Tila Tequila Love show where she passed on that high school teacher. Remember that high school teacher lost his job because he was on the show?
Yeah, but that was before all this happened.
Yeah, I just think of just a train of events that happened in her life. Then she had that relationship with that other chick, and that chick died.
Yeah, Johnson and Johnson's.
That was before her. That was before her aneurysm, and then after the
Right.
aneurysm, it just seemed like everything just started in her life. Everything just started to seem to fall apart, and I just think she was just at a depressed state.
Well, and also not just that, you could take like something that's controversial about the subjects that she's speaking on, and if you want it, like you said, she got 1 million hits on that video within 24 hours. If you want to get views and you want to get famous and you want, attention, then maybe you would grab something that's controversy as this and use that as a stepping stone towards your, your fame, if that's what you're looking for, right? Yeah, like B.O.B. Exactly. Same thing. Exactly. I'm not saying that the subjects that they're talking about isn't true, but I think they're just holding on, just grabbing onto shit. Get views, get famous, get attention. And it's always, and B.O.B.'s, thanks for bringing that up, Unicorn, is that his CD was coming out the same time he started coming out about this, And everybody knows I believe the earth is flat, but when I see people trying to use it as a way to get views and get sales and to make money, I have a problem with it. Just do it. Because of the timing and so forth. All right. So I'm going to show a video on Tila Tequila real quick. All right, you guys?
Okay.
Okay, cool. It's quick. It's like less than 2 minutes. All right. Can you see the video?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
What's up, guys? Hope you're doing well. So it looks like Tila Tequila finally broke. But I just want to say that this does seem kind of strange to me because it does seem fabricated, as in, not fabricated, as in it seems like a setup, like it was planned. Now I think now if she really is a clone or whatever, or if she's, I'm thinking she's most probably under mind control, MK Ultra, because what it seems they're trying to do is make Flat Earth seem ridiculous because they're mixing it in with, and she claims to be a robot. So she's basically saying that she's immortal because she's a clone, because she can live forever. So they're basically mixing the two together and making it seem insane, aren't they? Yeah, so let me know what you think. It's quite interesting to see what happens, what comes out of this. I don't know if this is good or bad. Maybe Mark Sargent would like to get her on his show. What do you say, Mark?
As you can see here, Mark Sargent is doing the same Illuminati sign as all of them. Okay? Same. I don't trust this guy for shit. Just pointing that out. Alright, moving on.
Yeah, anyway, guys, let me know what you think.
Thank you, Insanity is Sanity, for that video. Appreciate it. So what do you guys think about that?
Got the whole video about Tila Tequila? And saying the
Well,
world
yeah.
was flat, she was a robot?
Yeah.
I think she's a couple of sandwiches short of a picnic.
Right.
Well, if she's a robot, she's a robot, but the Earth is flat. I don't think that's funny.
She's not a robot because she has a mother who speaks about her, and she has a father who speaks about her. So we have people who we know gave birth to her.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like the thing is, this is what bothers me a lot about those conspiracies, like the robot and the clone and blah 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 blah. These people have mothers that held them for 9 months and pushed them out of their pussies, right? So,
Excuse me, your language. Whoa, come on.
well, I'm sorry, but it's kind of irritating because, like, think of you were a mother, right? And then you had a child that got famous, and then
Right.
loads of people start to go around going, no, that's a time traveling clone. Like, how?
Well,
would you,
hold
how would
on.
you
So
feel-
hold on. Hold
no,
on.
seriousness, Rose. How would you feel as a mother?
I would be disgusted by that.
Right. So how do you think these people's parents feel? Right? When
Right.
when people go around like spouting this shit because they have a blog page on the internet.
Well, this is what she's saying. I'm not
Well,
telling you
she's
that.
she's been crazy. I knew of Tila Tequila when she was on MySpace before she got famous, and she's always
Yeah.
been a little bit loopy. So
And that doesn't mean that the topics that she's talking about aren't real. Now, if you want to talk to her about her as an individual,
Like
I think she's using this as attention to get views, to get more famous, to get subscribers, and so forth, and make more money.
What proof does she have that she's a clone, first of all? And
Right.
secondly, how can she prove that the Earth is flat if she herself is not a scientist? What type of experiments did she do to prove that this was the case?
Absolutely. Well, absolutely. Hold on. Absolutely. You're right. I'm saying she's using these topics to get more famous, get more subscribers, and make more money. That doesn't mean that the topics that she's talking about are not true.
no,
Well,
but,
go ahead.
yeah, I just want to say like, but that may well be the case, but you have to think about the types of people that typically push this information, right? The
And
people
that's
that-
why, and that's my point, is that they're having people like this push this information, and it makes people like me that do real research look like we're just like them.
But no,
And
'cause
that's
the
not
research
correct.
you're doing-
Right, because here's
You're
what
doing the same
I
research
see.
they're
Here's what
doing,
I
right?
see.
It's-
And I
it's
wouldn't be
the
surprised
same
if this
stuff.
is the case. But like Tila, she may be getting directions because we know that a lot of people who are in the entertainment business have these handlers, right?
Right.
If I'm not mistaken. And somebody could be sitting there saying to Tila and whispering in her ear, "Oh, talk about this.
Yeah.
Mention this. Here's you a little script. You
Yep.
read off this script. You're gonna get subs." We know
Mhm.
that, like I said, the science behind the stuff that she's talking about is legitimate.
Mhm.
You can debate it. You can deny it.
Where is
Do
she
whatever you want
from?
to. But
Hold on, Unicorn. Yeah.
the science behind it's pretty damn sound.
Mhm.
So they used Tila to come out here because she's already got, minor celebrity already.
Mhm.
And they use her to come out there and make her look like Lindsay Lohan while she's spouting this stuff off to discredit people who do the real research and really look into it.
Mhm.
That can make sound arguments.
That sounds like a lot of speculation.
No.
Well, that sounds.
It's true. So,
That somebody's putting her up to
can you
this?
fix your microphone? You sound like you're mumbling in my ear. If you
No,
don't
I was
mind.
saying- I was saying, can you prove that people are putting her up to this?
Yes.
How?
Well, Benny said he could. There you go.
I would
Are
love
you
to-
going to tell me that these people that are celebrities like this don't have agents and people
No, but
to handle that's not unheard of?
no, but what I'm saying is that you see how Rose is sitting here saying she's a flat earther. Why is it so odd for a celebrity to believe the same? Like, are celebrities not human beings with brains?
I didn't say that. Whoa. Hold on a minute, dude. I'm going to kick your ass out of here, dude. You want to twist that shit up, dude. What I'm saying is, what she's talking about is real. Flat Earth, there is a flat Earth.
No, I get
She's
that.
she's using wrong NASA information to back up her claim. That's not okay. If you want to talk about it, get your numbers right. Don't push out wrong numbers. You don't do that.
She's
Right,
giving out
obviously.
misinformation. That's what she's doing.
What I'm
That's
trying-
what Rose is trying to say.
No, I
is that
get
she's
what- I
giving
get
out
what you guys are saying.
misinformation.
But
Huh?
this
She's
is what
talking
I'm-
about flat. She's talking about flat Earth, but she's using NASA's numbers, but she's using those numbers wrong. She's saying 150 light miles away. NASA doesn't say that. So why are you tweeting that?
Because she's an idiot.
Exactly. So
but why can't it just be that?
that doesn't take away that what she's talking about is true. She's just fucking it up and making it look like, oh, look, 150 miles. Everybody would know that's bullshit.
Yeah, but
I know that.
What I'm trying to say is that, like,
Know your shit.
she doesn't have to be put up to this for her to say it.
Well,
Right? She's like,
no, she doesn't. No, she doesn't have to be
because
put up to it.
I have friends that are like minor celebrities that believe weird stuff,
Okay.
and they're not put up to it.
That's fine. Who cares? I'm not even arguing that. I'm arguing that.
Yeah, it was what the other guy was saying. I just wanted
Oh, okay.
Right.
Moving on.
a lot of speculation that people are
Yeah.
up to these things. Like,
They don't have to be. They do have handlers, though. Okay, there is people that do have handlers.
right? They're called agents because I personally I don't book my own gigs. I have someone do it for me. Of course, I don't have time for that.
So that's your handler.
Well, you can call him my handler, but he doesn't handle me at all. I handle.
Well, he is. Well,
he's the planner.
to a point.
Right? He's the guy
But-
that plans for me.
Right, but the bigger
When
you.
I say handler, it's a person that makes your plans, sets up your stuff. I'm not talking like he's like manhandling you or something. You know what
I get
I'm
what
saying?
you mean by handler. Yeah, the planner, the like.
Okay, you're fucking up my show. Okay, be quiet. All right, I'm moving on. We're gonna talk about Chipotle, the restaurant. It's supposed to be getting closed down with a federal investigation and a criminal investigation. 150 kids got sick at a Boston college. They have 2 different viruses connected to their food, one of them being E. coli. I think that's disgusting. I mean, do you guys know of any Chipotles that are in your area that are open?
We don't have Chipotle here.
I don't even eat that Chipotle, so I wouldn't know if it's open or closed. I wouldn't miss it if it was closed.
Yeah, I don't eat.
Yeah. Steven, what about you?
Yeah, we have a couple Chipotles here. I think we got one in Sugarland and one in north side of Houston. I've never eaten there. My friends eaten there, and they said the food there is pretty good. They said it's kind of like this place called Freebirds that makes burritos and tacos and stuff. So everyone's telling me it's pretty good. So
Yeah.
okay.
Well,
Now if you're asking for my response to all these about the 150 people getting sick, I didn't know that they were actually going to close all the Chipotle restaurants down because I don't think like the whole chain as a whole should get penalized for the mistakes of maybe like 1 or 2 franchises.
No. It was over 300 across the United States.
Oh, then yeah, you probably might want to consider shutting them down.
Yeah.
And yeah, you would have to probably make that consideration. But like McDonald's and all these other places have been known for using fake chicken and not using the correct food to make some of their products, and have been known for being messy. So, but they still manage to stay open. So,
well, a lot of them are closing down now too. A lot of McDonald's around the United States are closing down. Thank God.
The one I worked at had roaches. It was pretty fucking gross, and I told people to like not eat there. I was like,
wow.
Don't come here.
Like the fucking floor is made of grease, I think.
Yeah, no.
And,
But yeah, if you work at McDonald's, you can slide across the back floor. Like you could slip and slide. Because I worked there when I was like 16, So you
all right.
slide across the floor because it's so greasy.
So I just want to give a shout out to 6 I6. What's up? Pakistan Coffee. Yeah. Malik's X.
Malik X. Yeah, that's one.
Yeah, Bearstown. Right on, peeps. Also,
how many people we got in the chat room?
about 11. 12. Oh, 12. MG42 Pillbox. I hope you're feeling better, brother. And so, all right. So I'm gonna show the Chipotle thing. Let's go see this nasty shit.
Hey, I'll be back, Rose, while you're doing this.
Okay. This is quick. This is 3 minutes, but very, very, very informative. All right, here we go.
Bad news for Chipotle Mexican Grill after months of food safety scares. The company is now facing a criminal investigation.
Federal grand jury is looking into a
virus outbreak that sickened dozens of people at Chipotle restaurant. This one in Simi Valley, California. Fox Medical Team's Beth Galvin is here now with the very latest. This is a criminal probe now, Beth. Kind of unusual, isn't it?
It is very unusual, Tom and Sine, especially when we're talking about something as common as norovirus. The CDC says about 20 million Americans get sick with the gastrointestinal virus every year. But this is just the latest in a string of food safety scares involving the popular Chipotle restaurants. Piling bad news on top of bad news, Chipotle Mexican Grill is now the target of a federal criminal probe into its handling of a norovirus outbreak at one of its Central California restaurants. This just one of 4 outbreaks involving the restaurant chain since August. But here in Atlanta, the loyal remain loyal.
I've been to Chipotle since having heard about it, and it hasn't really changed how often I've gone.
It's close. It's good. I just keep going there.
I think it's fine. It happens everywhere. We shouldn't make a big deal out of it, yeah.
Chipotle also had to close and deep clean a Boston area restaurant after more than 150 college students got sick from norovirus. Dr. Nelson Yen, Regional Medical Director of Piedmont Urgent Care by Wall Street, says norovirus typically isn't serious, lasting just 2 to 3 days, but it can cause watery diarrhea and vomiting that can make sufferers very uncomfortable.
Oftentimes they are pretty miserable. And sometimes what really helps is some anti-nausea medicines and some a liter of IV fluid. I think makes a big difference for some people.
Much more serious, Dr. Yen says, is E. coli, another germ now tied to the food served at Chipotle Mexican Grill. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is investigating 2 outbreaks of the severe bacterial illness that sickened more than 50 people across 9 states. Both involve a subtype of E. coli that produces the deadly Shiga toxin.
This one is dangerous because it can cause something called hemolytic uremic syndrome, which is this very serious illness. It can shut down your kidneys, it can kill you.
The CDC says the Chipotle E. coli investigations are ongoing, but it is notoriously difficult to trace back the source of the bacteria. So the CDC says it still doesn't know and may never know exactly what ingredient made people sick. Chipotle says the company has stepped up its food safety procedures, and Dr. Yen says if you get sick from something you eat, there are 3 warning signs you may need to seek medical care.
Bloody diarrhea, fever, abdominal pain. Those are red flags. If any of those type of symptoms, you definitely need to get checked by a doctor, urgent care, ER, somewhere.
The Chipotle Mexican Grill has been asked to turn over a series of documents tied to that California outbreak. The company says it's cooperating with investigators, but it is not yet clear what, if any, criminal charges the company could face.
Boom. Damn. Yeah. So what do you guys think about that? It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, I'd have to agree.
I guess the meat that they got supplied with was bad, or whatever. They gotta check their source. That's usually the problem, though, when restaurants, like a chain of restaurants, gets a lot of people sick. Usually it's because they, like whoever they got their meat from or whoever they got their product from was already going bad. And the supplier just didn't bother to tell them because they just want to make a buck, you know?
Yeah, but do you think it's possible to do that on purpose?
No, like the only people who would do it on purpose are the people supplying the product.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing that, hey, my cows have been sick or my pigs have been sick.
Right. That's what I'm saying. On purpose, with the people who are supplying it, they're doing it on purpose.
No. You don't.
The farmers, if they know their cattle's sick,
farmer, I wouldn't tell them because they wouldn't buy it.
Exactly. So they're doing it on purpose. The farmers.
Well, yeah, because they need to make their money.
And so human beings that might die and get sick, it's okay as long as you're making money.
Well, I'm not saying it's okay, but I'm saying, like, look at the reality of the world, right? Like, at the end of the day, people have to feed themselves, and the way we feed ourselves is with currency, and the currency we happen to use is money. And if if I have a bad set of meat, you know, and I'm not going to be able to provide for, like, let's say another 6 to 8 months, I'm going to have to get rid of what I have. And the only way I can get rid of what I have is probably selling it a bit cheaper than what I would normally sell, and probably sell it to the first person to buy it, which probably in this case was Chipotle. So, like, it's
That's
terrible.
disgusting. That is
It is,
evil.
yeah,
That is evil as hell, dude.
It's crappy.
No,
Not all farmers do it though, right? It's just a shady.
not all farmers do, because Chipotle is being linked with 2 different viruses. It's not just one; it's 2.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. So obviously they're doing a lot of shady business. They're doing a lot of shady business.
Well, yeah,
A lot.
all business is shady to a degree. Like even where I work,
No.
where I work is a bit shady.
No. If you want to go into corporations, yes, but just independent businesses, no.
Well, I work for a not-for-profit private organization, and we're still pretty shady.
Oh, I know that. Come on. Yeah, they always use that word, non-for-profit. Makes people think
we are
doing
not-for-profit. Like we don't make money for what we do, but we do get paid by broadcasters and like the TV and radio broadcasters and stuff. They pay us to do research, but for the most part, it's just like we still do shady stuff. Like we do stuff that's just low down, you know. Like we call people like 50 times, like the same person, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like you don't do that stuff to people, man. But they don't care because it's about getting numbers, you know. So.
Yeah, that's the sad thing. I think people need to take back humanity and get some little bit of respect for themselves and stop doing shit just to make money, just to get whatever the fuck you want to do. I mean, these are human beings you're feeding shit to, or you're treating like shit, or your own means of profit. Is disgusting. Steven, what do you think about that? The video of the Chipotle shit, man. That's crazy, huh?
It's crazy, but it's not like sorry. Man, sinuses. It's not like it's nothing I've never seen before. Like, I've worked at places before where they've mishandled food a lot. So I think that's, I've seen in the private section, I've seen people mishandle food, like, at McDonald's. I've seen people in the restaurant, like, drop my shit on the floor and then pick that motherfucker up. And they might have just mopped the motherfucker, you know? So I've seen all, it's just people get careless because they either get complacent or they're not getting paid enough, so they got an attitude.
Right.
Or it's just, you have so much fast production, you don't really have time to be able to balance quality out and production at the same time. So sometimes it's just a speedy process.
But don't you think it's more about quality than quantity? Just me personally, if I had a restaurant, I would think it would be more about quantity. What you know, how well it's done, how good it is, not how much I can make of it. That's the problem.
That's rare in the restaurant business, though.
But that's the way it's supposed to be.
Of course, but it's very rare. Like those are like mostly high-end restaurants. Places like Chipotle.
But why should it be high-end to make sure that quality comes before quantity?
Well,
why should that be? But why should that be considered?
No, it is high-end.
But it shouldn't be high-end. It should be normal. It should be normal.
Well, it is normal, but I guess it's high-end in terms of quality. Like, if I go to...
You don't get it. You don't even get what I'm saying, do you?
I get it.
I'm saying it should be normal that the quantity of the food should come first. That's the way it should be. It shouldn't be $100 restaurant for you to get quantity. All right, you should get that anywhere and from anything. Even Subway, their bread had a chemical equivalent to yoga mats in it. Did you know that?
Yep, that's why I don't eat there.
Yeah, and then people started protesting about it, and they were like, "Well, yeah, we removed it." Okay, well, why was it fucking there in the first place?
Because it's cheap.
It's disgusting, and people need to understand what you're getting when you go to these places to eat. You're getting shit.
Some people truthfully
Plastic. What's a yoga mat? It's made out of what? And that chemical was the same chemical that was in Subway bread that you had no clue about eating, but if it wasn't for me or other people doing their research, you wouldn't even have known about it and probably still don't know about it and still eat there. I mean, come on. What the fuck is going on?
Some people do know and they just don't care.
Crazy. Yeah, they don't care.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember this. Well, I used to, whenever I was in the military, I used to use That was what I'd watch. Some people watch porn. I watch South Park. That was my thing. And I remember there was an episode, probably about a couple of years ago, where there was like some sort of Chipotle outbreak, and they invented this cure called Chipotle Way. Do you remember that? You know what I'm talking about?
That episode was so awesome. So funny.
Yeah. South Park has a
those guys
tendency
are
to
smart,
do that.
Though. They're very smart. Like Trey Stone and Matt Parker, or I think I got that backwards. Matt Parker, Trey Stone. That's it. Those guys, like, they're very, very smart. They pay attention to what's going on, and like a lot of people don't know that those shows are written each week. So they're written week by week. They're not mapped out like most shows are. So they have a keen eye on what's going on socially, and they have a really good take on social commentary.
All right, so we're gonna move on. Yeah, I think hey, what's up, Brandon? I think everybody should know, like, you know, a lot of these restaurants don't have your best interest. It tastes good, and people that you know haven't been sick, so yeah, it's okay. But like 300 restaurants are being closed down. 150 kids at one college got sick. There's a federal investigation and a criminal investigation probe as well. I mean, yeah, it's pretty scary.
And McDonald's uses cancerous cows. You know what I'm saying?
Well, actually, they grow their meat in a laboratory. Yeah. Yeah. I haven't ate at McDonald's in over 6 years. I don't eat at fast food restaurants. The furthest I go is In-N-Out Burger, and that's a Christian joint.
Is it a Christian joint? 'Cause
yeah, underneath the fries they have like Bible scriptures and stuff. Yeah, that's as far as I go. Yeah. But even that, I limit. I usually like to cook my own food every day, all my meals. But anyways, moving on. So I want to talk about Valentine's Day. Steven, why don't you talk to us about a video you're going to be doing for Valentine's Day? I think that was really, really, really cute.
Yeah, I'm doing a Valentine's Day tomorrow where I'm going to talk about, last year I had a video actually on this called What to Get Her, and I bought some stuff from European imported stuff like chocolates, and I had some Colombian flowers where they were like, had rainbow colors, so it was like 4 or 5 different colors. At the end of the video, you know, I gave the flower to my mom. Of course, I don't have a particular like girlfriend or anything I get it for, but tomorrow's video is going to be called Valentine's Day and Chill, where basically I'm going to talk about how to turn your room into a romantic setting without going expensive. So I'm going to decorate my room up and make it look real nice and romantic, and, you know, the cost won't be no more than, you know, a certain budget. And I'll just be teaching the importance of you know, just because you don't have a girlfriend or anything doesn't mean you can't do anything for a nice gesture, which is going to lead into my next video after that, where I'm going to be handing random roses out, single roses out to women. And I'm actually going to have that live on YouTube.
And you know, I love roses. And you love roses. Your last name is Rose.
Yeah, my last name is Rose. And like I said, tomorrow I'm going to decorate my room up as it's on video. So I'm going to give a lot of demonstration on how to turn your room into the perfect romantic.
And you love roses. Your last name is Rose.
Yeah, my last name is Rose. And like I said, tomorrow I'm going to decorate my room up as it's on video. So I'm going to
Backpage.
demonstration on how to turn your room into perfect.
Mackinstead, you have to turn off the YouTube. You have to turn off YouTube when you come in, Mackinstead. Thank you. Cool. Welcome. Yeah, so Steven, so where can they find this video for tomorrow?
It's going to be on my my channel, actually, on my YouTube channel. I also post a lot of it on my Facebook as well. I actually did a video yesterday on it's kind of a separate topic. I don't want to go into it, but I went into the Price is Right video where I was going around asking random women for sex in exchange for money to see if they would take it. And believe it or not, the responses from these women were actually shocking to me, because a lot of them had jobs like nurses, and a lot of them were teachers, and had like, one was a dispatcher, one worked at a daycare, and these women were actually giving me prizes to have a one-nighter with them. So if you guys want to check that one video out, that's pretty cool, you know?
Yeah. Wow, Steven. Crazy.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, so my
Thank you.
Valentine's Day video will be tomorrow, so if you guys want to check it out, it'll be on my channel. If you want to put my link at the bottom of the description, you can. Or I'll send it to you.
Yeah, could you send it to me? And I have no problem doing that. Thanks.
I'll do it.
Thank you. Hey, what's up, Malik?
What's up?
What's up?
A pleasure to meet you. Finally, excuse me.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What's going on with you, Malik?
What's going on?
I was listening to the show and I wanted to join the discussion. What's up, Benny? It's been a while, and thanks for the link, man.
Good morning.
Yeah, awesome.
What's
Is
up,
there
man?
anything you wanted to talk about that you were listening to? You want to bring up points about or anything?
Yeah,
Go
the
ahead.
food restaurant issue y'all brought up. I've been eating fast foods. I mean, I've cut back, but I've eaten some for years, and once in a while, mostly I eat Wendy's. I'll eat McDonald's once here and there if I don't have anything else. But yeah, I didn't know that they had all these health problems, and basically, I know the meat's not good because the meat comes from cows, of course. I know it's not good for you, but I try to cut back. Like a lot of times, my parents they'll get pizza Hut once in a while too.
Yeah. So, do you go to fast food restaurants?
Yeah, I go here and there. I mean, I'll make a habit of it, but I'm trying to cut back. Like I said, mostly I go to Wendy's. I'll go to McDonald's drive-through, and I'm going to this place here in town called Cookout. It's more expensive, but the food's pretty good. They basically sell hamburgers, hot dogs, all kinds of milkshakes.
Yeah. So, do you feel comfortable with the quality you're getting?
Oh yeah, I mean it tastes good. Yeah, the thing is, I work during the week. I work during the week. I have a job, so I eat the food for energy a lot of times. But if
Yeah. But do you think it's nutritional?
No,
Not just energy wise. Do you think it's nutritional?
no, it's not nutritional.
And how much energized do you feel after you eat it?
Well, basically, mostly I'm sitting down at work because I work for the bank. I'm doing data entry.
Mhm. So it doesn't make you feel like you want to go take a jog or go for a walk or like feel like working out or anything like that after you eat like McDonald's or something, right?
Yeah, I try to go for a walk. Yeah. Now lately, basically, I just got over a cold, and I used to drink sodas all the time. I love soda, but ever since I had this cold, I've stopped drinking soda, and I felt so much better when I eat my food because all I'm drinking now is juice and water. So I haven't had a
Good
soda.
for you.
I haven't had a soda.
That's what I do too.
Yeah.
Hey, Rose.
Yeah.
That is that high
You don't
fructose
mind if-
corn syrup. It's bad for you. Yeah.
Hey, Rose.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I send down the link?
No, go ahead. Malik.
Okay. And I'm fixing to have to leave here pretty soon, so.
All right. Fair enough. Thank you. Hey, Malik. So the high fructose corn syrup. Do you know anything about that?
I've heard it's not really good for you. I mean, I've drinking it for years. I get a physical every year. I'm trying to lose weight, so I'm switching out to water and juice. Like I said, I find it better. Basically, I'm drinking.
So you feel much better. Do you feel like you're losing weight from cutting soda out of your diet?
A little bit, not too much. I still eat a lot of the same foods. I mean, not fast foods, but I eat nutritional foods. I take a lot of fruit to work. I'll buy fast food if I don't have anything at home, or if what I eat at home isn't filling. Usually, I'll take what do you call a bologna sandwich or a ham sandwich to work, and chips and orange. But it seems like it's not filling because I still get hungry later, about 2 hours later, because I work long hours, over 40 hours a week. So every now and then, to feel better, I'll buy fast food, but I'll eat some of it and save some of it. I ration it a lot of times.
Well, thank you for sharing that with us. I'm going to move on with that right now, but please stick around because we're going to talk about the Oregon standoff. Do you know anything about that?
No, but I saw you one of your last videos. I think that's about that those people that were being held hostage or something. Cause I saw a protocol on there with you.
Yeah.
I heard about the guns and everything. And
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that, but I like to learn.
Yeah, same here. I like to learn myself. Unicorn, do you know anything about the Oregon standoff?
Nah, mostly because I'm Canadian.
Okay.
So.
Fair enough.
If I was American, I probably
too.
would have because I watched the news and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, see, I don't watch the news, and I'm in America. But yeah, All right. What about you, Benny? Have you heard about it?
What do you want? Yeah.
Oh, fucking Benny. All right, here we go. We're just gonna listen to a clip like real fast.
Hey guys.
All right.
Hey boss.
Hey, what's up, Barry?
You good? I own the restaurant business too. I own a restaurant business.
Chandam, Glowbusters. We do 2 shows a week on Flat Earth. Good for you. Yay. Pakistan, you left. All right. Moving on. So, hold on. Let me see. Here we go. So, we're just going to listen to a little bit of it. All right. Here we go.
No! Please! The Constitution says you fight all enemies, foreign or domestic. Now stand up for your home. You swore an oath. Stand up and defend it. You're no fucking Catholic. You fucking bad team. Come here. You kill Americans on American soil. You call yourself a Catholic. You're a traitor. Come forward. No. Please. Back off. Don't do it. Don't. They start pushing up on them. Nothing really serious has happened yet. Then leave! Your point. Then leave! Then leave! Go home! Don't like that. The rest of the American people want to hear your story. They're hearing it! They know it! They're gonna know it! Tomorrow, when they wake up and they find out that you killed us, revolution! I guarantee it! And then you're going to hell! Revolution! That's what's gonna happen! That's gonna be the story! We have representatives coming on our behalf tomorrow! And you're gonna find out that we're dead? That you kill Americans? That's the very beginning of much wider audience for you. Go! Home! It's not an audience! Go! Home! The biggest audience ever! Is that one screen that is taking? That is going up to right now! I want to read your story. Maybe you can take the movie of this. Come forward. It will! They'll see who the viewers are! Who killed us? And going to see who killed us! What?
All right. So, as you can hear, it's like very, very, very high level, emotions going on there. Yeah. Hello?
Wow.
Yeah. So they're talking about, if we die, there's going to be a revolution, and they're talking about the gun control. And, they were up there to support the Hammonds. Now, if the Hammonds was a hoax or not, I don't know. I'm not going to get into that. But these people, I truly believe, went up there to support a cause that they didn't know what they were getting involved in. And this is real raw emotions. I don't really think this is acting. So, yeah,
What
anyways.
was the cause they were supporting?
The Hammonds was up there, the family up in Oregon. Do you remember the standoff that happened up there?
No,
Unicorn?
I'm not familiar with.
Oh, that's right. You're in Canada.
Y'all.
Y'all. Well, anyways, the situation. I don't want to get into the Hammonds. Okay.
No, you don't have to.
Me
Just
and,
like a quick rundown would be okay.
yeah, me and Prodigal, we covered how they were asking for talent release forms, for the Hammond standoff. So these people were coming up there to do whatever they were doing. They're saying, "Hey, can we get you to sign a talent release form?" So I would, so it makes me think, well, that could be hoaxy, right? But then these people, these 4 people that were outside of the wildlife refuge, not even inside the park, and the feds were telling them they need to leave, they were outside the park. They were up there to support the Hammonds for whatever their cause was.
Oh,
and
guys that were they held up themselves with guns on that wildlife reserve.
Yeah, but they weren't actually in the wildlife preserve. They were outside.
Right. Okay, no, I am
Yeah,
familiar
but
with what
yeah.
you're talking about then. Sorry, I am familiar with
Okay.
it.
All right. So, yeah. So these people got arrested that morning. I got a link from a friend, said you have to listen to this, and there was like about 69,000 people listening at the time. And I was like, wow, this shit's major. You know, I gotta listen to what's going on, right? And yeah, so they're basically saying that they were up there to support the Hammonds, that there's gun control through Obama. The government's buying up hollow points, and what's the point of buying hollow points but to murder, period. And they were saying they have the right to bear arms, their amendments and their constitutions were getting taken away, and how they were there to, they said protesting doesn't work. So this is what we're doing. Come up here and stand up with us or not. And nobody showed up. Nobody. There's just 4 of them. And they were willing to die. They really thought they were going to die for doing this. Very, very brave people. And the FBI had them surrounded, had snipers in the trees and everything. And this lady, I believe her name was Michelle, she flew out there to Portland, and she drove up to Burns to get them safely, for them to come out in the morning safely without getting shot or any kind of abuse or anything like that. And she brought a reverend with her. And this other guy, he was like the middleman. He was like broadcasting the whole thing. It's pretty intense. With the 4 people that were outside the refugee. All of this was going on.
I have a question I want to ask the Americans, because I think it's an important question. Why is your country so divided?
Well, here's the answer for you. It's the power. It's power. It's scumbags, you know, especially now political party. Democrats.
I'm talking about the people. Not the disconnect between the class warfare. I'm talking about the people, right? The people themselves are very, very divided.
Well, that's a purpose. Divide and conquer. You've ever heard of that? I mean, it goes way back.
How is it so effective in your country, for example?
Well, because it's been proven to work. It's been proven to work in Rome and everywhere else.
Right, but
divide and conquer has been known to work. It's going to work in America too.
But it's not really effective in like places like China, for example.
Well, because people are stupid here. We're in Babylon,
okay,
man.
So there's the answer to my question.
Yeah, right? Here's what they do. First off, whenever you look at the United States, we're kind of mixed goods anyways. There's a lot of different races, a lot of different people here.
It's the same here. It's the same here in Canada.
So with that being said, what you have right now is everybody watches CNN, MSNBC, CBS to get these fake causes. And then you get them so radicalized like Alex Jones. Whenever they get involved in these causes, like a particular person like Alex Jones, and then you have the Rush Limbaughs, and then you have the Glenn Maddows, and these people follow these people. It's almost like a cult-like religion. You're Nancy Grace's now, so people really take that to heart. And with our media and the stuff that they put into our programming is just ridiculous. The race baiting that they do. I see it on ESPN quite a bit now, but there's like a Johnny Manziel go in the NFL, which you probably don't listen to a lot of NFL or anything like that up there in Canada. They'll see what they do is they sit there and they justify what Johnny Manziel does, but whenever a Ray Rice does something that is equal or maybe not even as great, they want to just totally fucking just run him to the gallows, and they get people so hyped and they get so invested in these stupid pseudo fake ass stories that it's crazy. It's crazy. You look at the Casey Anthony thing, and with that story alone and how crazy people were acting, That's just what it is, man. It's media manipulating the public.
Right, but don't you think that there should be some, because it's not like we're running around victims. Right,
Well,
there is some personal responsibility to take into account when we're making choices in terms of what we're buying and what we exchange for what we buy, right? Because at the end of the day, and I'm just gonna say this little piece and then I'll be quiet.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, somebody who's selling somebody something has every right to sell it, but it's up to the
Wow.
person. It's up to
Really?
the person to buy it.
Even under false pretenses?
Of course,
Really?
person.
Wow, that's fucked up.
What is actually stopping them? What is in the way of stopping them?
False pretenses. So if I say it's chicken, but it's really horse, it's okay?
I get that. No, I understand that, Rose. Like me and you, we're on the same page with that, right? I think that it's fucked up. But what I mean is that in the reality of it, there's nothing that's actually stopping somebody from selling you anything, an idea, a product, something, right? So what?
Well, we're hoping
I
that the
can see what
FDA would... Go ahead, Steven.
No, I said I kind of agree with what he just said because some companies do what's called a bait and switch routine where they like bait you to buy something and then they switch it up and get you to buy something else. Like when you get a call, like I used to get calls all the time and they would say like you want a free TV, come pick it up at this location. And then when you go there to pick it up, there was never a TV to begin with, and like they try to sell you other stuff, like while you're there, like a car or whatever the case is, you know.
Right, and you have to think about as the consumer.
Hi, Michael.
Yeah, you have to think about as the consumer, right? What are you giving in exchange for what you're buying? And I think that's where personal responsibility comes into play because I don't like to think of the everyday person as some victim of programming or some victim of advertising because we're sitting here and none of us seem to be victims of these things. And I know plenty of other people, like lots of people, as a matter of fact, that aren't victims of these things, and they don't give into consumerism, and they don't give into materialism, and they don't give into the typical stuff that we kind of have a bad taste towards. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like to kind of paint people as like the victim of these horrible, horrible things. I like to turn it around and say, no. It's your responsibility to either break away from this what people call programming.
Mm-hmm.
Or be completely involved in it and deal with the things you deal with. And this is why we have like fast food restaurants taking advantage and clothing companies, corporations. The reason why these things thrive is because there is a human propensity to just want to buy stuff and just accumulate shit.
Consumers.
And some people can't get out of it, and some people can. So
well,
it's
that's not on purpose.
I disagree 100% the fast restaurants.
Hold on, Unicorn. Hold on. Go ahead.
I disagree with the fast food restaurants because I own a fast food restaurant, and a fast food restaurant has nothing to do with it. Fast food just get good quality product. It's the corporations that's a part of business of good food. We sell real meat, not the toxic. These corporations like McDonald's. Yeah, they have some yucky stuff, but if you go on small businesses, like my restaurant, we sell good product, fresh bread, fresh sandwiches. We go to grocery stores. I'm a part of fast food restaurants, so I know don't know what the media says, because the media is a bunch of nuts. Unless you own a restaurant, I own a restaurant, so it's hard, it's expensive. You have this good meat packaging company, real meat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
that's kind of what I was saying earlier too. It's about who you deal with, right? It's all who you deal with.
Yeah, absolutely. Hold on, I want to talk to Michael. What's up?
Hey, girlie.
What's up?
How you been? I haven't heard from you in how long?
Oh, I was cruising the high seas.
Were you? How was that?
Miami.
Awesome. I was supposed to come home the day of the big snowstorm, so they couldn't fly me back in for another 5 days. Do you believe that? 5 days.
5 days. Wow. So what did you do?
The only thing I knew to do was to jump on another ship and go back out to the Caribbean.
Wow. Right? That's it. That's it. So you had I'm assuming you had a great time.
Oh my God. Ridiculous.
So what do you have planned for Valentine's Day?
When you go on a cruise, you have to bring the red wig and change your name.
Do you have any plans for Valentine's Day?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I actually just got back in. From
No, I don't
my
have time for I don't plan for Valentine's Day. I'm single, so.
I know. I'll get to you, Bearstown. I'm gonna set you up with somebody. Michael, what's your plans, though?
Well, I had a pre-Valentine's Day dinner this evening and a little dancing. It was a lot of fun. And then we're headed out to the art museum tomorrow.
What are you gonna go look at? What kind of art?
I don't know. I've never been to our art museum, I'm sad to say, so I'm going to look at everything.
Wow, nice. Beautiful, beautiful. That is so romantic.
Philadelphia has some pretty good stuff. They have the Rodin Museum. They have a lot of good stuff. They're going to have a Valentine's Day brunch, and so you'll go down and have a little brunchy dunch in the art museum, and we'll cruise around and see what it is to see.
Beautiful. Malik, do you have any plans for Valentine's Day?
No, excuse me. No, not really. I also am single. Don't have a girlfriend, but I'm working on that. But
We have 2 single men in here, women.
Holy smokes.
So, I might go back to the movies again. I was at the movies today. I saw Deadpool, so I might go to the movies again, or I might just stay in and watch movies because I have a huge Blu-ray collection.
Nice.
Plus PlayStation 3, so I got plenty of entertainment in my room.
Nice. He's saying he can entertain you, women. Okay, so we have 2 single men. Benny, what is your plans for Valentine's Day?
You.
Me. Oh, I was not expecting that. Wow. Okay, what are we doing?
Funny.
It's funny. What are we gonna do?
What's a romantic stroll on the beach?
with the yellow ball. I'm gonna have to record that shit. Oh fuck. All right. Well, that's funny. But do you have plans though? Seriously, Benny. Do you have no? Are you single too, Benny?
What are you talking about?
Are you single?
What's the matter?
I don't know. All right. So Bearstown, you're single, right?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am single. So.
Yeah. So we have 3: Benny, Malik, and Bearstown. Michael has plans. Steven, now do you have a significant other that you're going to be spending Valentine's Day with?
None specifically. No significant others at this time. However, there's always options.
Oh, we got 4 single men now. We're going to do an auction tomorrow. Prodigal, what about you?
Yeah, I'm single too, but I'll be at work, so it really doesn't matter if I'm single or not, I guess, because I have to work anyways.
We're on 5. Oh, wow. Okay, Unicorpia, what about you? I don't know. I'm glad I asked, though.
That's crazy. No, I'm taken.
Oh, he's saying, thank God we have 1. I mean, 2.
Goodness gracious.
Where is
Yeah. Wow.
You're gonna have to get some for the rest of us. You know that, right?
Of course.
Yeah. Wow, that's a lot. Okay, so I want to go over how Valentine's Day is a pagan holiday.
Whoa. Really?
So it's kind of good you guys don't support that. You have 5 single men. That's good. Now, Valentine's Day is a pagan holiday. I'm sorry, Unicorpia and Michael. It is. But doesn't mean that there's nothing wrong with being romantic and having a good time with somebody you love.
I like Valentine's.
Yeah, I don't care where it comes from.
Yeah. But I just wanted to point it out, though. Yeah.
A lot of things are pagan, that we do. Easter, Valentine's Day, Christmas. I don't give a fuck. They're fun. They're fun to celebrate.
Well, because you're pagan, that's why.
I'm not a pagan.
Was it
I'm
originally
pagan.
What happened on St. Valentine's Day?
Okay, it's right here.
I thought there was like some gruesome thing that happened.
Right here. Okay, can you guys see my screen? Go ahead, Michael. You want to read it?
Oh, I can't. You got no shot. I'm reading that.
Okay, Unicorpia, you want to read that?
I can't even see it.
Give me a second. Let me do some reading.
It's right here. I already got the link
I
up.
have to turn up my bandwidth.
You gotta make it bigger.
Okay, so Valentine's Day is a time to celebrate romance and love and kissy face salty.
Go ahead.
But the origins of this festival of candy and cupids are actually dark, bloody, and a bit muddled.
Ooh.
Though no one has pinpointed the exact origin of the holiday, one good place to start is ancient Rome, where men hit on women by, well, hitting them.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go. You're doing good. You're doing good.
For a pickup line, to get the club out.
Where men hit on women by, well, hitting them.
And the young women would actually line up for the men to hit them.
Yeah, they.
Yeah, I guess so.
Things that would make them fertile. What is he doing? Like shaking the eggs out of the tree?
Well, he has to finish reading. Okay, from February 13th to February 15th.
The Romans celebrated the feast of. Oh man, I'm gonna butcher the fuck out of this.
Lupercalia.
Lupercalia, yes. Thank you, Rose.
Yeah.
The men sacrificed a goat and a dog. Aw, I like dogs. Then whipped women with the hides of the animals they had just slain.
Yeah.
This part I knew. Like it was like a drunken festival.
Any of that tonight?
Yeah, it's gonna get crazy, girl. Okay, go.
Yeah, they believed hitting them would make them fertile. Wow. The brutal feat included a matchmaking lottery in which young men drew names.
Wait, no, you skipped. No, the Roman romantics were drunk. They were naked.
Yeah, you can. That's just rhetoric. That comes with the territory of hitting.
Okay, go ahead.
No, and then it says the young women would actually line up for their men to hit them. They believed it would make them.
Go ahead, Unicorpia. I'm not going to tell you how to read. Go ahead.
The couple would then be coupled up for the duration of the festival, or longer if the match was right. The ancient Romans may also be responsible for the name of our modern day of love. Emperor Claudius II executed two men, both named Valentine, on February 14th, different years in the 3rd century AD. Their martyrdom was honored by the Catholic Church.
The Catholic Church always in some pagan shit. Always the Catholic Church is in pagan shit. Always.
Yeah.
They
and
are.
I think the rest is just kind of history, but I think we got the meat and potatoes of it.
I think so, right?
Yeah. What I just read I think is pretty good.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. All right.
And I figured that because I remember reading that it was like some people died like gruesomely, and that's where we get it from. It's like
love,
horrible.
and that's love.
Yeah, I thought it was some slaughter or something somewhere.
You want to hear something else funny? The shape of the heart.
Do I have to?
Nah,
No,
it's really funny. The shape of the heart that we use is not supposed to be like the heart. It's actually a woman bent over, and that's the top is her butt, and then the bottom that closes up is her legs or whatever.
Yes, that's true. That's actually what a heart is. Yeah, you're right. I've done research on that, and you are correct. I'm surprised.
Oh man,
is the buttocks of a woman. That's what a heart is. He's right.
A heart is a fucking woman's booty.
Yeah, the heart that everyone draws, that's a woman bent over.
Yep. He's right.
Wow.
I actually agree with him on one fucking thing. Wow. And that's that one.
Yeah, guys, I gotta go. But it's been nice meeting each one of y'all.
Wow, I learned so much. Yeah, from school it taught me. That's research.
Y'all have a good night, all right?
You too, Protestant.
Goodbye.
Hasta mañana. To the cliffs. Moving on.
Not be back.
Yeah. So I was going to read some Bible verses about love. And then we can just talk about whatever or end it. I don't care. Let me see. So here we go. Luke 6:31. Do to others as you would have them do to you. Very simple. That's love. That's called love right there. That's love. Do to them what you want back, right? It's simple.
Yeah. How this? Close.
Yeah, Luke 6:35. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Close.
Oh, Luke 6:35. But love your enemies, do good to them, and lend to them without expecting to get anything back. Then your reward will be great, and you will be children of the Most High, because He is kind to the ungrateful and wicked. Wow, that's love. John 8:13. The Pharisees, whatever, challenged him. Here you are, appearing as your own witness. Your testimony is not valid. I don't know how that's love, but whatever. Romans 12:9. Love must be sincere. Hate what is evil. Cling to what is good. Ooh, I like that one. What do you guys think about that one? I like that one. Love must be sincere. Hate what is evil. Cling to what is good. I like that one. All right.
Simple enough.
Yeah, I'm going to write that one down, actually. Never heard that one before.
Wow.
Yeah. All right.
How about this? How about Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4 and 5? You know, love is patient. Love is patient. Love is kind. It's not angry. It's not fault. It's not rude. It's not rude. It's kind. Hates evil. Love is patient. It's patience and care.
I like that one. Thank you.
I remember that song. I remember the verse, everything. You know, read the Bible.
Yeah.
And I used to be depressed and I had a girlfriend. Love is patient.
That one used in wedding ceremonies a lot too.
The what?
Love is patient. Love is patient. Love is kind. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not Paul.
What'd you say, Michael?
I said that's a common verse in weddings.
Yeah.
Rose, let me ask you a question while I just have it on my brain. It popped in.
Absolutely.
What do you think of Antonin Scalia's untimely demise?
What is that? What do you mean? Who?
Anthony Scalia, the Supreme Court Justice?
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You don't find that to be a little suspect?
Very much so, actually. Yeah. And that's a good point. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Well, I'm actually just finding out about it. When somebody said one of the court justices dies, obviously everybody defaulted to Ruth Bader Ginsburg. She's been trying to die for 15 years. And I'm like, you cannot be the one and only major stumbling block to Obama, and he just so happens to die in his sleep. Yeah, that would be like a CIA sleep.
Isn't that convenient?
Yeah, well, Ruth Bader Ginsburg is like 95. She's had cancer 5 times. She can barely stand up. You could knock her over with a feather.
Yeah, but she has the best of the best, so that's why she stayed alive for that long.
79 years old is not old.
Yeah, but some people are tougher than others, right?
No.
Well, the thing is,
have you seen him?
But can't people just die?
He had no heart problems. He had no medical problems. And
isn't it possible people can just drop dead?
Well,
That's
yeah.
That Robin Williams hung himself off of a doorknob.
He didn't. That was bullshit.
Robin Williams had a laundry list of mental problems.
Yeah, that doesn't mean he hung himself from a doorknob.
It didn't surprise anybody though. Notice how it didn't surprise
yeah, it surprised me. Yeah, that's bullshit.
It didn't surprise
yeah, because that's bullshit, dude. You feed into the propaganda. You are a propaganda whore. You just eat it, dude. You're like the fast food propaganda media whore. That you're just eating that shit. Dude, come on. He did not die. He did not die. David Bowie didn't die. I mean, all that stuff is bullshit.
I'm sorry, Robin Williams is dead.
He didn't die. And either did Joan Rivers. None of them did. I can prove it. I've already have. I'll do it again.
They may have died, but they didn't die the way they're telling us. So you can't buy the narrative.
If they did, it wasn't at all the way that they told us. Absolutely. If that's a big if, but yeah.
Excuse me, Rose. So if Bowie and none of them passed away, then where are they? And
They're not dead. They move on. I got video of David Bowie and Joan Rivers proving that they're not dead. I can prove it.
Hold up. Tupac dead or alive?
He's alive.
Oh, come on.
That's what
Machiavelli, fucking Machiavelli. Did that fucking album just not slap you upside your fucking head?
I listened to it. I have all of
Come on. Come on, Machiavelli. Who was Machiavelli, dude? Who was Machiavelli?
No, Pac was a weirdo.
Who was it? Come on. It's obvious. It's obvious. Come on. That's not even...
Hey, Rose, I was told that Tupac was spotted in Jamaica, so that's why he's chilling in Jamaica.
Yeah,
Well,
I
maybe.
heard Africa. I heard South America.
He was gonna go back. He was gonna go back to prison. Instead of going back to prison, he decided it was worth more for him to pretend like he was dead. You get more money. Elvis is still making. His family is still making millions of dollars a year, and he's been dead for how long? Same thing with Tupac. Okay, same thing with.
That's how royalties work.
Well, Tupac was considered the king of rap, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, yeah, okay, that's your opinion.
Okay, so yeah, that's my opinion. But his family's not making money every year. He keeps coming out with songs, but he's been dead for how long? But I keep hearing new songs coming out.
Unreleased.
Yeah, unreleased tracks, of course. He was a workaholic. All right, Mark 12:31. The second is this: love your neighbor as yourself. There is no commandment greater than this. So, to love your neighbor as yourself. There is no commandment greater than these. Romans 13:10. Love does no harm to a neighbor, therefore love is the fulfillment of the law.
There you go, fulfillment of the law.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. Love is the fulfillment of the law. That's pretty straightforward, right? I like that one.
Yeah, it is. No, Rose, I just have one last question. So these people, they didn't pass away. These deaths are these false deaths are cover-ups for them moving on out of the public eye.
Yes.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Well, if David Boy's alive, that's good. Then cool.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yep.
I hope they live forever. That's cool.
You know what? What I can do. My next video, I can talk about this and I can show the videos.
Okay.
And my proof. So I'm gonna write that down. Hollywood deaths.
I want to be there for that video. I mean, I work during the week, but I'm off on weekends. But if you're online, I guess late night after 12 or 1, I'll try to be on because that's when I get off work mostly during the week.
Please give me
a happy to do that. I'm gonna do Hollywood deaths debunked. I'm gonna debunk it. I got footage. I got proof.
Yeah.
All right.
The latest death of a major cancer researcher.
What?
Did you see that the latest death of this guy was a major cancer researcher, and he just happened to be. He went out to walk his dog. When they found him in the woods, he was in a full-body leather outfit. Another one that had asphyxiated himself.
Yeah, sure he did. That sounds like sex, ritual, magic, bullshit, sacrifice.
I hope if I ever get famous and die, people don't talk about me this way.
Well, well, you know what? I actually do my research though, Unicorpia, and I know what the fuck I'm talking about. So, like, if you don't understand it, that's your problem. I don't know what to tell you, dude.
No, I believe that you've looked into these things because I've seen these things float around.
Okay.
The credibility of them is what I question, right?
Well, yeah. Well, you're supposed to question everything.
Well, I question everything within reason. Right? Like I'm not gonna go completely in one way or the other. Like I'm not gonna go like if somebody dies. Like the simplest example is if somebody dies. Like my first thought is not, oh my gosh, they're lying that this person's dead. Like that's not my first thought. My first thought is like, oh shit, we just lost a really cool celebrity.
Well, see, that's the thing. I'm not being insensitive. So like I understand that people might truly believe they lost a loved one. But I can prove.
Who are they burying? Like who
multiple
they put in the ground?
I don't fucking know. Maybe there's mass suicides all the fucking time. There's gang cartel mutilations all the time. Closed case fucking coffins all the time. Dude, I could put anybody in a I could tell you they got brutally slaughtered, put somebody in a casket, say it's closed casket because it was so awful, and you won't even see what I just buried. You don't know.
Well, when a
Yeah, what?
person that I know
Okay,
gets shot
so
like in the face.
Peter 4:8. Above all, love each other deeply, because love covers over a multitude of sins. John 4:7. Dear friends, let us love one another, for love comes from God. Everyone who loves has been born of God and knows God.
Correct.
Yep. John 15:13. Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends.
Go on.
Yeah. Husbands, love your wives, just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her. Corinthians. And over all these virtues, but one love, which binds them all together in perfect unity. Proverbs. Hatred stirs up conflict, but love covers over all wrongs. All right, so I'm going to stop there on the Bible verses. Love is throughout the Bible. I just want to make that point.
Very good.
Yes. All right, you guys. Is there any closing things you guys want to talk about? Anybody wants to bring up? Go ahead. Now's the time. I'm going to end this within about 15 minutes.
Love the one you're with.
Let's see. Let's talk about love pasta side. I believe the national media is a big lie, so I don't trust the media themselves. I don't believe anymore. So it's always here but negatives. So I've seen those people saying about so I search YouTube nowadays because here's the thing about politicians. They're always liars. And I was like, media propagandists like Hillary Clinton and the Democrats like, dude, how you live in Chicago? And especially my hometown, like, dude, we're all a bunch of Democrats. And
Well, there is no right and there is no left. The agenda remains the same. Even changing presidents doesn't change anything. We've been a nation of people that have been programmed to think one way, that everything we're told is the truth. And instead of just taking everything at point blank, of thinking, okay, I heard the news today, so that's what went on, that's what it is, and just walk on as if the world wasn't anything to investigate. It's been told to you. There's no need for you to look around. Just taking everything. It's a tough, it's a tough thing. So that's what went on. That's what it is, and just walk on as if the world was just not defaulting to authority. Like a neck snap. It's just you have to, anybody that watches TV, it's how I judge people. When I first meet them, I ask them, do you still watch TV? People that still watch TV are brain dead. They're wired into somebody else's world. They're told what to think, how to feel, what the temperature of the day is. It's just, I don't know. It's pure programming.
You sound like the preacher of the Matrix. It's a computer-generated dream world.
And people buy into it. You put on the news that some, like Rose said, somebody dies today. The world goes into mourning. For all you know, the guy just decided to drop out of society, headed for a condo in Belize. It's not like you run into these people in your daily life anyway. How would you know if somebody was there or they weren't there? We would never know if Robin Williams was dead or alive. We didn't know when he was alive. How would we know he was dead?
But
Whoever
to be reasonable though, to jump to the conclusion that this whole thing, like all of his friends, all of his family, all of everyone who ever worked with this guy, all of everyone who ever knew this guy, it's just all an act. I think that that's a little bit more unreasonable to think than, yeah, he died, he's dead. I don't understand. I get being skeptical. I understand being skeptical of things, but I think that you have to do that in stride. You can't just go in overdrive skepticism. You have to take things on a case by case basis. Hold on, just let me finish what I'm saying. If one of your friends die, right, or somebody that you know is dead, right, or let's say that you knew one of these people, right? To you that person died. They're dead. They're gone out of your life. That's what's happened. And for someone on the outside, whether or not you're a celebrity, right? For someone to be like, oh, they're not really dead. They just or whatever, and you guys are just all lying. That's very insulting.
Well, I'm not insulting anybody about people
It's
thinking.
perspective. For example, people
this isn't
say
something that you can.
9/11 was a hoax. Of course, people died on 9/11. The dying of
Oh,
people
yeah.
was not an issue. The issue was the narrative.
Yeah.
And so what people have to understand is that they show something.
Yeah. Hey, Mac, it's good.
Dying of not an
Hey,
issue.
guys.
They show you something in terms of video, and they give you a different dialogue.
Michael, people are muting themselves, so I can't hear you. If everybody can mute themselves real quick so Michael can finish. She has really good points. Thank you so much. Go ahead, Michael.
Well, I was just saying, they show you one movie and they give you a different narrative. There are two ways to look at things. For example, in nursing school, you're trained not to just take what you see. For example, if you see an older woman at the end of the hallway, her niece comes to visit, they're hugging in the hallway, they're crying, obviously there's an event that's going on, and you're just really in tune to how this woman is, taking whatever this event is, and you document everything. So you would document, Mrs. So-and-so, had an emotional event at the end of the hallway, appeared to be in some emotional distress while niece was, speaking with her, whatever. Next thing you come to find out, now that sounds like a negative event went on. You go down to the end of the hallway, and those two are hugging and kissing and crying because she won the lottery. So you have no concept of what you are looking at, and you can make anything look like anything, and that's where the spin part comes in. So they show you a movie, and then they spin in what they want you to think about. Most people are brain dead. They're worried about the mortgage, whether her husband's got his collars ironed. They don't have time to figure out whether or not the news they're receiving is false. This is the media is a propaganda arm of the government. It was that way in the war. It's this way now. We've never been out of war. And they just pummel the people with bullshit, keep them busy. They tied up an entire nation with that stupid event with stupid O.J. Simpson. Now, did that woman really die? Who knows? Nobody ever ran into her. She could very well have died. But it was a ridiculous display of bullshit just to grab an entire nation's psyche to watch something like this. We have murder cases every day. Where are the television cameras for that? There's the multimedia event for that horseshit.
It's because O.J. was a black guy and the victim was a white woman.
And it warrants investigation every time.
It's because O.J. was a black man and the woman was a white woman.
No, it was all bullshit.
And that's how you propagate. That's how you propagate systemic racism in America.
Well, I'm sure
that's how it works. And that entire case, the entire O.J. case, had everything to do with racism. Everything to do with racism. Everything to do with attacking black people. Because that's how you do it. They did it with Michael Jackson. They did it with O.J. Now they did it with Kobe Bryant. They did it with Kobe Bryant, and now they're doing it with Bill Cosby.
I agree with you, Unicorn.
Right.
But
so it's not about creating a spectacle for people to.
Yeah, but it's been orchestrated.
Those things were specifically about racism. Period.
It was orchestrated. It was orchestrated to demonstrate the racial divide that this country likes.
Demonstrated racial divide. It was to bash black people. Period. That's what it was meant to do.
All right. So, Mac instead. Hi.
Excuse me. Can I say something also?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. About the OJ thing.
Yeah. 1 second. Mac instead. Go ahead.
Okay. The issue the unicorn was talking about with OJ, I don't believe it was all racism, and of course, her dead body was found there with all the blood and the trails and the black gloves. So obviously, she was killed. Did he do it? Now, if you notice on Fox, they're running this miniseries, The People vs. OJ: American Crime Story. I've seen the first 2 episodes, and the way it's being portrayed, it makes him look guilty. I think in a way now he did do it. And yeah, it was a media spectacle because he's a celebrity. That shouldn't have happened. The minute that thing hit the trial, somebody should have said, the judge should have said, no cameras, no press, no nothing. And, but every day for months and months, they started making jokes about it. You could have a bowl of Etos, Judge Etos with your OJ. So basically,
Yeah, go ahead, Mac, instead. Thank you, Malik.
Hey, Rose.
Hey. What's up, sexy woman?
I think the Chipotle thing is a setup, and that company has been targeted.
I understand they use no GMO products, and that's why they were targeted.
They were a fine company, and they've served good food. So, where do we make the weights and measures? Just like the flat earth, round earth. What does it fucking matter?
Well, unfortunately, the United States is a corporation.
Bigger things going on.
Hold on. Yeah, what's the bigger things going on, Mackinston?
Hey, I'm in Oregon.
Yeah, well, okay, you know about the Oregon standoff, right?
Absolutely.
Please tell me from your perspective, being in the state.
My perspective is no different than any of yours. I'm 200 miles away, and they're long miles in the winter. So it's no different than your perspective.
Yeah.
Do you want to stand up for the Constitution, or do you want to make it seem like it's a fucking fake fucking thing?
Right. Which one do you think it's? Do you think it's like layers of of an onion? So like there's a core that could be fake, but the outside of it could be real, and entrapment for other people who believe in that hoax that they're perpetrating. Do you think that's a possibility?
I don't think any of that. I think, I don't know what anybody's agenda is behind whatever they're doing, but I believe our agenda should be the same, that the federal government is overreaching. The federal government has taken 85% of the lands in Oregon. We have beautiful land.
Right. And what do you think? Why do you think they're taking the land, though?
They're securing it.
Securing it?
Why do you think they're taking the land?
Did you say securing it?
Yeah. It's under federal or state law. You go in to have a picnic, you're going to have to pay $3. Whether you're an Oregon resident or not. You want to go to hot springs, you're going to pay $7.
Yeah, but besides all that, I mean about the Hammonds. Do you know about the Hammonds?
Hey, that's our public lands.
Right, I know that's public land. So why do you think that? Why? That's what I'm asking you. Why do you think the feds were telling people to get off of public land?
Well, the Bureau of Land Management isn't even a government agency. It's a corporation. Why are people even paying attention to them? The sheriff should have ran them off the property. They're illegal. These are clown outfits.
She's so right.
I know.
federal government is not allowed to own property.
You guys both can't talk at the same time.
Out against Oregon and what the fuck was going on, and it's just a fucking psyop. It's not a psyop. You know, some things are not a psyop. And
That was an old abandoned building.
I agree. Not everything is a psyop. I agree.
Because nobody showed up.
Back instead, I made that point. I made that point earlier about how I believe that these people were really there to support the Hammonds. They got put in a situation that they were willing to stand up for our amendments and our constitutional rights. Unlike any other people, there was only 4 of them. Nobody else showed up there. There was no one else there to support them. I mean, and they really tried to make a movement and try to stand up for something, and it failed, and it was fucked up.
You know what? It was in the middle of January. The roads were fucking iced out. I could hardly get out of my fucking driveway because of the fucking snow. You know, it was bad weather. Bad fucking timing.
Or perfect timing for somebody who wants to pull a hoax, because then not a lot of people would be able to come up there and see it. So, like, for the Hammonds, I'm not saying that was a hoax or not, but definitely for the 4 people that was outside the wildlife refugee camp, they weren't a part of that.
There was no fucking hoax.
What did they do to the 4 at the in the
They arrested them. They're all in prison. The Hammonds are in prison. The Hammonds are in prison, and the 4 that were outside the wildlife preserve are in prison right now.
You know, they just put Bundy in prison a couple days ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
they've got a corrupt government.
9 years
they
old.
want that land, and the people. There's no way to get justice for these people because the courts are all in it too.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Sheriff. This is not a federal problem. The feds shouldn't even be in there. It's above their pay grade. They're not there for that. But this is another federal land grab. This is
I believe also the reason for the feds being there was to be like, well, these are people that are standing up for their rights, their constitutional amendment rights, and now we're here to shut them down and put them in jail. So anybody else who tries to go against the same kind of resistance will follow suit to the same prosecution. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that. And they use them, those 4 people, those innocent people, as their reasoning with the American public. With the American public,
is the fucking butthole of Oregon. You know, those people never deserved anything. And those people that stood up in front of that courthouse against the constitutional people, those people are Burns, Oregon, and they're the butthole.
What do you mean against the constitutional people? Are you talking about constitutionalists?
Bad people.
Which ones?
They're bad people that are employed by the
that are trying to take away our constitutional rights. I'm just trying to clarify what you're saying.
You know, there was a big protest where it was 50-50. And, you know, there was the people that was doing the BLM, there was the people that were doing, you know, Finicum. You know, the man that got murdered. You know, we got to wake the fuck up. You know,
I agree.
I'm so sorry.
No, you can't be sorry about people not waking up. I agree. I mean, this is something I have to deal with every day when I wake up in the morning to know.
On the other side of the street in front of the courthouse were minions that worked for the fucking federal government.
Hmm. Absolutely.
On the other side were patriots that believed in our country and our
Absolutely.
republic. It's not
Absolutely.
a democracy, it's a republic.
Mm.
The
You don't agree that it's Babylon? You don't think that America is doomed? It's already done. I mean,
Huh?
you think America is Babylon?
Oh yeah, we're Babylon.
No, the only terrorists we have to worry about are those we've elected.
Exactly.
No,
And real terrorists.
still, it's
And that's why the government doesn't you know, they don't even deal with terrorists because they are terrorists.
One man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter, right? So that will always be true, because here's the thing: people always think they're fighting for the better cause, right? So to somebody, someone's always a terrorist, or somebody's always the aggressor, or somebody's always the hero.
Always a boogeyman, right? Always a boogeyman.
Well, it depends on which side you're on, right? Like to
Well,
the Middle East.
you don't even have to be. You don't even have to be on his side, and a boogeyman will be played out for you on media.
Like
oh, look, Osama bin Laden, he's the new boogeyman, or Saddam Hussein, he's the new boogeyman.
Well, just let me say real quick.
But 9 times out of 10, it's a government official.
Well, just let me say real quick.
Yeah, CIA. They're all fucking CIA agents. All the boogeyman terrorists are CIA.
Right, but what I mean when I say it depends
We're
on which
not
side.
dumb, except for Unicorpia. Go ahead.
No, what I mean when I say it depends on which side you're on. Like, for example, to like Middle Eastern people, Americans are terrorists. You know, they've invaded their country.
Americans are not terrorists. The American government is.
Well, but to them, if you like,
listen, we are not what this government does. We haven't been out of war since 1776.
Michael Ann.
American government initiated war, not
I know, but think of it from the perspective of the people that live there. That's what I'm saying.
I don't hold Israel, the Israeli people, in tow for what it is Bibi does.
But the Palestinians do.
That's just not how I view it.
But that's not because you don't live there and you're not a Palestinian. That's my point. That's the point I'm trying to make when I say. That's the point I'm trying to make when I say it depends on which side you're on.
War.
It depends on your.
People understand that it's governments that war.
I'm not disagreeing with that, but you're missing my point. That's not the point that I'm making.
That all Americans are warmongers.
I never said that. But to people that live there, would it be disagreeable to say that that's what they think?
People don't walk around saying, you know, Rose Patton and Michael Ann McAllister are terrorists.
Oh my goodness, you're taking this too personal. You're taking this way too personal.
It is personal, dude. Do you understand how much everything affects you? What, oh man, what?
What I'm trying to say is to people.
Wrap it up.
I will wrap it up. To people that live in an environment where it's 24/7 American troops, boots on the ground, they're going to have a certain perspective of the country as a whole, right? And that's what I mean when I say one man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter. To some people, right, in America, for example, they think they're fighting for a good cause. Some soldiers are waking up to it.
There's always opposition one way or another. That's a no-brainer.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's futile to go, hey, these people are wrong for doing X, Y, and Z, and these people are wrong for doing.
I don't hold the German people responsible for what Angela Merkel does.
Neither did I.
Israelis responsible for what Bibi does.
Neither did I. But if you talk to a Jewish person, that survived the Holocaust, I'm sure they have a distaste towards.
All right, Unicorpia, say bye.
Have a good night, all.
Okay, silence me.
All right, come on, you guys. All right, so bottom line, we went over Obama talking about aliens on the Ellen show, and huh?
Rose, don't go. Please don't go.
Well, I'm gonna hang out for like maybe a couple more minutes. We're gonna have to do we're getting off a topic. We're gonna do a reclip on shit, alright? Real quick, you guys, everybody who's here. Alright. Obama talking about aliens on the Ellen show. He talks about the girl brings up the book of secrets, asks him if aliens are real, and then mentions American's book on secrets TV show.
Rose.
Yeah.
Aliens are not real.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay.
There is no outer space. We're in a dome. Anything that's here, it's already been here. It's always been here. I'm not even concerned. I know. But see, this is a mind manipulation type shit. This is like Project Bluebeam shit they're going to get ready for. And he also made the comment, we haven't yet made direct contact with aliens yet. Okay. No, this was on February 12, 2016. He did this on the Ellen show. Alright, we covered Tila Tequila, Flat Earth, Bob, Mind Control, MK Ultra, Flat Earth, Clone Centers, and Donald Marshalls, and how she thinks she's a robot. We covered the Oregon standoff. We did some Bible verses. We did Valentine's Day and how it's a pagan holiday. And so, is there anything else you guys want to cover real quick, or I'm gonna say goodbye?
Good on you, Rose.
What?
Good on you, hon.
Yeah. Thank you.
I think you covered it all.
Is there anything you want to add to that? That'd be great.
No. The only thing I want to add about the Chipotle thing is I think they were targeted.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know.
They were targeted?
Yeah, they were targeted.
And what makes you think that they were targeted? Or how do you know that they weren't deliberately doing this to the public?
It's a pretty good restaurant. And I think they got on the bad side of somebody in a bad way. And I think they kind of got targeted.
That's a possibility.
So.
Good point.
Chipotle.
So do you think they were deliberately given E. coli, 2 different viruses connected to their meat sources? Do you think that that was deliberate, or do you think that that was by accident? If they were targeted, then you're implying that they were given this on purpose.
Yeah,
or it could be the lettuce, it could be the cheese, it could be anything.
Rose.
Yeah.
Rose.
Yeah.
I can't know anything.
Right, but you're saying they were targeted, so I'm wondering on which way, food-wise or personally.
It's just my suspect.
So what I'm saying,
I'm just another individual that has an opinion. I think they were targeted. I've never seen anybody targeted in the restaurant business like they were.
Sure.
It was
I know.
outlandish. It was so weird. And just like the shit that's going on in Oregon, I've never seen something so important not targeted. And if it is targeted, it's targeted in a bad light.
Well, obviously. Yeah.
And somebody died.
Well, 150 kids got sick at a Boston college from Chipotle restaurant.
But nobody died.
Yeah, but 150 kids got sick. That's a lot.
That's bad.
And they're having a federal investigation and a criminal investigation. So that's bad too.
a criminal
Yeah.
investigation.
Criminal investigation and a federal investigation. So
That seems so unreal. And everything they put that company through has just seemed so unreal. You know, as opposed.
if they put the company through that, the company could have been deliberately okay. They could say it's chicken and it could be horse. Hey, influence freedom.
As opposed to putting a company through the hoops like McDonald's.
McDonald's is shit.
Yeah, but they picked a company that promotes good food, good health.
Yeah, but it's bullshit.
And they fucking destroyed him.
They did the same thing with Subway. Okay, Subway says
why? You know.
Subway eat fresh, and they have chemicals in the bread that's equivalent to a yoga mat. And the guy that lost all the weight from Subway got convicted of child pornography. So there's a lot of shit going down with these restaurants. Okay.
I already seen it once, and so it gave me some vomit. So I was like, oh, gross. So I already ate a regular Subway's once, and Subway trying to take care of the bread right. So we always have fresh bread.
Yeah.
Yeah, could I get an order of fries?
Yeah. Everybody say goodbye. We're leaving.
Yes.
Unicorpia, close in. Anything you want to promote of yours and whatever, real quick.
Just subscribe to my channel. I'm a DJ. I do some mixes. I'm going to be providing some mixes. Unicornucopia, Altitudinous.
Can barely hear you. Can barely hear you. Your mic was too close to your mouth.
I was just saying, subscribe to my channel. I'm a DJ. I make mixes. People can feel free to download them if they like them. So yeah, subscribe to my channel. That's all I gotta say. And also last thing, be skeptical, but not overly skeptical.
Right on.
Be open-minded, but not to the point to where your brain falls out of your head.
Yeah, man.
Right.
All right.
Excellent advice. Go ahead, Mac instead.
Oh, man, I'm out of here.
Okay. Well, thank you.
And I'm kind of up in arms about the Chipotle thing. And I think they were targeted and, fucked over. And I think the thing in Oregon, I don't know about it, but I think it's fucking real. And I think our lands are being overtaken by our federal governments. And I believe that the boy Finnegan was shot. I believe he was murdered. Oh my God. I love you, Rose.
Thank you, Maxton. Love you too, and thank you for your input. I really appreciate everything you have to say. God bless you, and happy Valentine's Day, pagan holiday. And Malik, do you have anything you want to close with?
Well, as far as the terrorist issue that y'all were talking about earlier.
Anything you want. You can plug your, if you have videos or anything you want to talk about concerning anything. Doesn't matter. Go ahead. You got 2 minutes.
I guess we have domestic terrorists as well as foreign terrorists, so I guess we're screwed either way. It's really a shame. But yeah, I'm known as the Professor Malik X. Like, share, and subscribe. Happy Valentine's Day, and we'll see y'all later.
Thank you. Bearstown, you have anything closing you want to say?
Yeah, don't listen to what the media says. Media a bunch of lies. So check out my sports channel. sports and bears 19 at the Christian videos as well because of the Christian videos and also sports, football, baseball, and yeah. So bears 19 video talk and sports and entertainment talk.
Thank you, Barriso. So basically, I just want to thank everybody for coming on here. I think we covered a lot of topics. Got a lot of information out there. From now on, what I'm going to be doing, instead of covering my research and just trying to slam it into people's brains, it's not working. So what I'm going to do is cover current events with my research knowledge involved in that, like I did tonight. And hopefully that works better. So it's fresh. It's, you know, we can talk about it with what I know, what other people know, instead of saying, no, it's this, this, and this. That's not working. All right. So I just want to say that, you know, Jesus Christ is real, and we live on a flat earth. The sooner you realize it, the better. This episode is called Flat Earth Wishing Stars. February 13th, 2016. And I just wish everybody a beautiful day tomorrow, and take care. God bless. Oh, MG42, you want to say goodbye? You want to close it out, MG?
Yeah, what's going on, everybody? Thanks for the show. I have no idea what happened, but I'm sure it was amazing. It's 11:35 West of the Rockies. Have a good one.
Yeah, God bless you guys.